It's hot outside. It's really hot outside. Bitch. It's hot outside and it's just like 8:39 a.m. I just walked a bit, walked to the ATM. What else did I do? Bought some Doritos. My hair looks just like this fuzzy eraser. That's just like my hair. 24/7 when it's not cut, when it's not trimmed correctly or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I just went for some papers. I mean, these papers are just. Oh, also, I found like this really cool rock on my way to the ATM. I figured to just pick it up, take it with me. It's I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a quartz or something. It shines, so it has like this little particles of something which I don't know what is, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw it and was like, what if I just pick it up, you know? So yeah, what else? Um, what else did I pick from the that I picked from the floor? Let's see. A syringe? No. These papers. These are smoking papers. These actually are way more expensive. No, cheaper than the Snoop Dogg ones. The Snoop Dogg ones just came. They just come like 20 sheets, and these suck. But these are cheaper, even cheaper. I think these are just for tobacco, like straight up, because they're just expensive. No, they're just cheap, but they taste like shit. They taste like cancer. They, fuck, I think I just inhaled like a bit of ash. They literally taste like fucking cancer. But yeah, what? I'm the only one. Soy el único. Yeah, well, fuck off. So let me just update you a bit. I have this channel, right? I whatever. I mean, I just have like this really dumb audience, Mexican audience, which I genuinely hate. Um, and they just keep on bitching that I'm just a fucking loser, which I am. But it's just so frustrating because, like, I don't know, like, ever since I just discovered that Mexico is just lazy, like, overall, but like specifically with like the Ukraine theme or like subject or thing, um, I was like, damn, like, we are really lazy. Like, they're just like Mexico has just sent only 100 soldiers, in Colombia 7,000, and Argentina like 200, and Brazil like 300. Like, we're just that. Like, I am so ashamed of being a Mexican. Are you from Puebla? I'm not from Puebla. I'm actually from um I'm just gonna keep on speaking English with him because I don't give a shit. I need to turn this channel into a English speaking channel. So no, bro, I'm not from Puebla. I'm living in Sinaloa. I was born in here. No, I'm not. I was born in Chihuahua, but then I moved here. But this is just like a shithole. Dang, y'all Americans have summer break in a bit, right? Yeah, we do. Where are you from? Like from Europe? Oh no, honey, it is fucking. It's raining fire in here. It's just raining fucking fire. I mean, there's like people from Mexicali, which is like the hottest city in Mexico, will always tell you that here is hotter. Like, we go through we go through stuff, like, or whatever, like it's hotter in here, but I don't care. Like, it's hot enough in here, Mexicali has like temperatures over 50 Celsius. Whatever, like, fuck this land, fuck this country, fuck this shitty ass country. Like, honestly, I'm so done with this fucking, like, shithole. So, yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, I did train today. I already trained, as you can see, but I did walk a bit. I mean, I have the minute split, like, turned on and everything, but um, I don't think I look like I think I look a bit like shit with this on because I'm not actually like listening to anything. Um yeah, I mean weather's hot in here, you know? Yeah. I'm just gonna roll a joint. Ooh, sorry, I'm a bit sweaty. So you guys do any of you guys know what the fuck is this? I just picked it up from the floor like on my way to the ATM. And it kind of shines. It's like a piece of quartz. I don't know what it is, but it's just pretty and it shines. And I saw it on the floor and I was, oh, I gotta have it. If I get accepted on Ukraine, if I get accepted in Ukraine, I'm gonna bring it with me and I'm gonna call it my lucky stone. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Mhm. That's right. What you guys doing, anyways? So first of all, I'm gonna show you how I roll my joints. They're pretty simple. I mean, what else can I do? But I'm just, showing showing off for the sake of the conversation, you know. Also, I've been watching a lot of Elon interviews. I mean, he's always giving interviews. I like him. Honestly, I like him. I I didn't, but now I do. Actually, I did. I did. I always liked him. I didn't. I hated him. Well, I hated his like with his. I hated his face. You know, like when he was like, oh, and whatever. But now that I've read a lot more about like Stalingrad, like the Battle of Stalingrad, and like Russians are just like the same, and they don't even get called the N word. You know, and they're literally worse than them. So I just feel like a dumb fuck ever since I just like learned that, which was basically last night because I've been reading a bit about Russia's history, and I was like, fuck. I mean, I've been a dumb fuck all this time. I've been just a silly little goofball thinking that I was right about everything, you know. But also, like, I don't care about people saying like I told you. Like if somebody comes up and just like tells me like I told you you were wrong, I would be just like fuck up, you don't know shit. Like even if I was like wrong, like you wouldn't be you wouldn't be saying shit because you don't know shit, you know? So yeah. What else? I have a pretty big nose. I am what people call an Apache. Um Listen, I don't know the fucking language, okay? But like ethnically I am um I guess. Yeah, because like I can tell you that, oh yeah, my family's like from Spain and we eventually came here or whatever, but like, you know, they're pretty far away from my bloodline, so it's just like I'm straight up Indian, you know. And I've always said that, but my artistic name or whatever, it's like Sous-Sol, which is like French. And now that whatever, fucking, now that I got to see a new artist called Apache, I was like, fuck, he kind of won. He kind of win that name. He kind of won that. He just kind of won. But I wouldn't call myself an Apache like as well, not ethnically but politically right now because well, I don't know, because just Mexico's under a leftist communist regime, so I wouldn't like just I don't know. I'm just wary about like the ethnic uh branding, you know, because I've made the mistake of like I don't know, like writing a song called Brown Skin, you know, and then I saw like the bad effects that it could have that it could have on certain people and on politics, you know. People in politics started like you know like just taking take advantage they started taking advantage of you know like the little folklore art Mexican artists to call themselves you know like proud of themselves, but they were just like spending tax money, you know. um that is not a big nose. Thank you. Well, thank you. Well, from here you cannot see it. From here though, oh honey, it just extends up to the fucking to fucking the Amorites fucking foundation site in Arabia. Um Habichuelas con chorizo. I love you, dude. I haven't been able to keep up with you, gorgeous. Gorgeous, because I've been MIA. What it's MIA, but it's so cool to see you here. Cheers. Habichuelas fucking dominates English because habichuelas con chorizo, it's a username that's you know that's just she's always in here. Um and apparently she can write English. Like, but like she dominates it. Girl, you was hot. Fuck yes. Um yeah, I mean cheers habichuelas. Habichuelas con chorizo literally translates to like it's so funny. Like it's like I don't know what's habichuela like the magic seeds, like the magic seeds from that little like story, like fairy tale. Habichuela is like the a magic seed. So it's her name. It's like a magic seed with chorizo. You guys know what chorizo is? What's chorizo? And like chorizo is like a Spaniard, like a Spanish ingredient made from pig. Chorizo in English, spicy pork sausage. So chorizo, it's a spicy pork sausage. So her username is just like magic seeds with spicy pork sausage. 2506. So let's just like let's just sit and think about it for a bit, okay? Let's just sit. So what else? Well, I I was walking and I was just thinking about Jake Paul, you know, because that just happens. I think that just happens to everyone, like every now and then, you know. You're just driving and you just go like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, you know, like what he's up to, the fuck he's up to, you know. And well, it's very clear what he's up to, and I support him because like I used to hate him a lot. Like I used to hate the fuck out of him. I mean, when I did I mean, I just used to be a Shane Dawson fan, you know, and then I grew out of it. Well, maybe a bit later than I would have liked to grow out of it. To grow out of it, because like Shane Dawson's just like this shitty ass person. I just like because like I started like watching like Jake Paul and well Shane, and then everybody like started hating on Jake and like the Team 10 house because Jake was a fucking like idiot back then, Um and then he went to therapy basically and changed a lot and changes like got stuck in his fucking like I'm gay era, and I don't know, like, hold on. Shit. Fuck. Anyways, yeah. And then I don't know. I just started believing in like Jake Paul. Whether that's fear, respect, or respect, um, I don't know because he's probably gonna be like the next president of the United States, and he's gonna be in charge of states, and he's gonna be in charge of probably at some point of U.S. military of the U.S. military. And you know what? I'm okay with it. And it's been a journey to conclude this. It's been a fucking journey. But it either it's that or it's the fucking loser cold of Shane Dawson, you know? Because like they're like the most influential people on the internet, I would say. You know? Like fuck Elon, fuck Larry Page, fuck uh Ryan Garcia, fuck Canelo, fuck no. It's like literally on Jake Paul and Shane. Because they have like all beef. They have all beef. They represent like a very opposite sides of the population, but they're both young and they're both represent like young Bodens, you know? Yeah. And Shane sucks, honestly. I'm just gonna stop saying that Shane sucks, but I started just like appreciating just like Jake's like fucking strategy. Well, business strategy for one, like because it's all business, right? So his business strategy, his branding, you know, like just going like, okay, if I'm just like this mad guy, I'm just gonna start boxing. And then he started selling like this little energy drinks. I know that nobody gives a shit about it, and I'm just like this Jake Pauler fan now, I guess. But I just don't care, you know? Because like either it's that or just watching Shane Dawson till I die. Like fuck that shit, you know. I'd rather just go like clean and just say, I was a dummy fuck, a brainwashed dummy fuck. You know, that's it. I don't care. I'm still gay, however. I don't care. Kind of bi. But Shane also said that he was bi. I hate him. I just hate him. Like he just complains. He just complains all day. He talks about conspiracy theories all fucking not day, like for decades. And he's just like all because he got like all because Netflix just won't produce like a shitty film of his, you know? Like those fucking YouTubers, man, I just hate them. meanwhile, meanwhile I'm just doing YouTube. But I just hate what they just became, you know? These fucking communist mongrels, you know? Not all of them, but yikes, you know? What you think? What are your thoughts on it? I mean, I know that nobody was listening to me because there was zero people, but I think it's a pretty interesting subject because like people like Elon and Larry Page, like Google's like CEO, they're always fighting to brainwash these people to not to brainwash them, but to like make them their allies, you know. And we get to I don't know. I think we're just over. No, I think we're just underestimating how much power these YouTubers have on the voting population, you know, or on the voters, on the votants, because there are people who don't vote, you know. I didn't vote in Mexico, like in the last elections, which I kind of do regret, but again, they were just a bunch of shitty ass candidates. But yeah, I mean, I just didn't. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm just not gonna go. You know. I've been reading a lot about Egypt's history. I like to just listen. If I don't like somebody, I'm just gonna give it a tip. Give this tip to you guys. You guys know I like books, right? Okay. So whenever I don't like somebody, I just ethnically profile them and research their fucking like their full history. It's it's bad, but it's just a way of me. It's just a way of comprehending them. You know, to me. You know, because like I just get to have an explanation. You know, of why X Y Z person is such a fucking idiot. You know, or not. So with all these rappers, right? With Jay Z and Kanye and or as Borat would call him, Kenneth West. I just think that's just hilarious. I was just watching both of the Borat movies like this past few days. Hold on. How exciting will the show in Puebla be? Hello, Tadeo. Hey, my man. Well, how exciting will it be? I think it'll be pretty exciting. It'll be pretty thrilling, a very thrilling experience. I mean, I've went to Puebla two times. The last time was 2 years ago. Um, it's incredible. I mean, it's just the food's delicious. People are just like really cool and kind and participating. I mean, yeah. I mean, I just prepare like these remixes, and I think it's gonna be a pretty good show. So there you go. Anyways, which is on Thursday, so yeah. If there's any like gringo like on Puebla, you can just like come out on on Thursday, or not. If you're actually Mexican or whatever the fuck you are, just come holler at me, just like the kiddo would say on that little meme that I'm referring to, that you guys maybe probably have heard of or not, whatever, whatever. Anyways, I was just talking about what was I talking about? I was talking about Jay Z and Kanye West, but I was talking like more specifically about Egypt's history, right? So I've been reading a bit about Egypt's history. I've been reading this book called Ancient History, right? It's actually this one. I'm just gonna share it to you. It's written by Susan Weiss, I think. Listen, I'm reading it on PDF. I don't give a shit. But here it is: History of the Ancient World. Okay, guys. It's a pretty book. So if you're interested, yeah, it's a trilogy. So after that, it goes like the medieval and the Renaissance history. So it's kind of cool. Um, Now I've been reading about Egypt, right? Egypt and Mesopotamia and India and China, but more recently about Egypt and their pharaohs and their dynasties and the early kingdom and the middle kingdom. I'm actually in the middle kingdom, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting how they intersect with Abraham, and how Abraham changes its name to Abraham, and how like well the supposed divine descendants like just comes down from him, and how he's like chosen and whatever. Well, I mean that's just like a biblical like story, but the fucking book just kind of accepts that in a uh like the book, or Susan, let's just say, because she's the author, kind of accepts like the way she kind of accepts the fact that fucking Abraham existed, okay, and that she fucked Sarah, and from them came the Jews, basically just were born, right? And how they were sort of expelled from Egypt. Uh, it's just very interesting because it just explains how the Egyptians sort of it explains how the Egyptians started to hate the Asians, because they were like, oh, like we have like our shit and whatever, and they were always like the fucking Asians, like us, aka me. And yeah, I mean, I'm just like on that. I just, I know my English like it's not like the most, it's not the greatest, but yeah, I mean, I'm just there. I stopped reading there. So yeah, I mean, eventually they were going. Eventually, that pharaoh was right because like they eventually just suffered invasions from the Mongols and like Eastern uh, peoples. And history just fucking developed itself. What are these people saying? Hold on. Can't see shit. I don't have my glasses on. Have you got your set list ready for the show in Puebla? Honestly, Tadeo, yes, but honestly, I don't give a shit about Puebla nor my music career because you are a bunch of dirty fucking thieves, and I don't like you, and like at all. Fuck all of y'all. I don't give a shit if you go to my concert or not. Like, I would appreciate if you stop like mentioning the fucking music career because I just hate it so much. I just love you too. Like from now, like, and I know that you're just going to keep on like like making like questions about fucking the music shit, but I just hate it. I just hate it so much, and yeah, I don't have any interest on promoting my music career whatsoever, honestly. Um, at least in my live streams, because like fuck that shit. But yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for my approval letter from Ukraine from the Ukraine military, and well, I'm just following instructions. I've been training. I already trained today. Um, I gotta finish reading a manual that they sent me, and yeah, I mean, that's it. What time is it? 9 a.m. Okay, so a lot of people are maybe just people aren't interested in this shit, but I'm just gonna persevere. Because like I don't care. I don't give a shit. I want a fucking English speaking YouTube channel now. And I want you guys to make me a fucking billionaire now. Okay? Fucking now. Actually, it's not even gonna matter that much if I get if I get like approved by the Ukrainian military because I'm just gonna fucking die, in an explosion. But whatever. At this point, if I die for defending like the actual smart people that I care about, like great author called James Valine in San Diego prosecutor, um, then I'd be honored with doing that. Listen, I'm not an out of sacrificing like more. I will win that shit. I will fucking kill Putin. But yeah, I mean, I'm just willing to go, to fucking face the risks. I don't care. Listen, I have to pretend that I'm like this brave guy because if I don't, like, I succumb to fear and not go. And I don't want to and won't go. And I don't want to do that. So yeah, I just blew the weed away. I'm an idiot. But yeah, I mean, I just love the English language. Um, I want money. That's it. And who am I going to sell this shit? King of Spain? King of Spain is a fucking idiot. Honestly. Like Sanchez is a fucking idiot. And honestly, I love Spain. Like since look, fucking Dawn, they're just a bunch of fucking savages. Like they're not even like a thing in Europe. And I know that a lot of people say like, well, they conquered you, they conquered your ass and whatever. Yeah, they did. And you know how much gold they fucking got? Very little, very little. Cuauhtemoc just sunk. He sunk the gold down the Xochimilco. Is it Xochimilco? Down the river when he was about to get slaughtered by the Spaniards at the end of the conquest. Then like central point being, it didn't last much, and it wasn't that much. It was much more of a pride and thing about it. But yeah, it was much more about like the fact that it was a new land, a massacre indeed, and that's it. But as in gold, it wasn't even like that much of a conquest. That's why they flew away from Mexico along with the English and abandoned the French to die in the hands of Ignacio Zaragoza in the 19th century in the Battle of Puebla, aka Cinco de Mayo. Because they were like, okay, we're not the same empire that we were 300 years later. We have like wooden, I don't know how you call them, like wheels and shit. They brought along with them wooden like wheel little carts that the horses pulled them with to get to Puebla, and the weather was so bad that they were just like, oh no, we're just gonna leave this fucking French idiot to die, because the Frenchman was like, oh no, we have to fucking like, we have to win, and they didn't. They fucking learned, and that's it. That's it. I just love myself. I love speaking. I love yapping. I love yapping the fuck out of the yapping space and time. 32 minutes, bitch. I need more. I need I need the lazy gringos to just see me, see the thumbnail, and see like, oh, this guy is just like talking. We'll be talking for like 45 plus minutes and just not do anything, because that's just like the type of content people like today. That I like today. Besides the Ukrainian news. Plus, like everyone's so fucking critical in here, like in Mexico. Not critical, but like I'm critical. They're just like dumb fucks. There's a difference between being critical and being a literal dumb fuck. A dickwit. It's what the English would call. Mm, difference being me and them, and that's it. I'm just the shit, and they're not. Basically, no. Honestly, it's just funny, and I think it just looks so miserable that all the shows, all the Mexican shows that are advertising on the US, like Hermanos de Leche, Natalia Lafourcade, um, those little folky pseudo country authors, um, they just suck. They just suck. No one's enlisted from them. Nobody has enlisted like from them, and they just go and talk about like, they just give like this moral sentence. They just sentence you morally with no authority whatsoever. Like they're just like this moaners, like this true moaners, what David Foster Wallace would call like this bitchy ass moaners, like the bitches and moaners, you know? And that's it. Oh, what I find funny in Mr. Bull is that they don't speak English. I know that they do, and they speak it like very poorly. Who else? Like Iñárritu, like with his like fake ass accent. I just hate them so much. Maybe it's envy. I don't think it's envy. I know exactly why. Because they just appear to be humble when they're supposed to be like, I'm the shit, you know? They just they just don't dominate the fucking language. Maybe Iñárritu does a bit with his screenplays and shit. But not philosophically, you know? Like maybe just listen, he started I can just talk hours about that motherfucker because I hate him. But he started talking about Octavio Paz in like one of his latest movies, right? In Bardo. And I was like, oh, you going are we going there? Because like Octavio Paz is like my favorite author along with Ayn Rand. But I know Octavio is just like this commie fucking idiot. Uh and I just hate how Iñárritu just has like 17 Oscars, and people are like, "Oh yeah, like he's amazing," while he's just like a fucking living, like a standing living communist spectacular. I think it's dangerous, and I don't think nobody gives a fuck about it. Like you know, Guillermo del Toro is just like, yeah, whatever. He's white, but he's just like mediocre, and you know, Russian people are white as well. You know, and he has ties with James Cameron. And James Cameron's a pro-Palestine idiot. I hate Avatar mythology because like it's all just like very Christian centered names and Abrahamic sort of like mythology alienized. Yeah, I think old lunatics run the world. Not run it. They just try to do it because like the actual good people do run it, like Elon. And I do believe he's a good guy. I mean, why is he a good guy? Because fucking 15 days ago, he deactivated like all of Starlink satellites in Russia, all of Russian Starlink's satellites, preventing them to transport supplies to the Russian military, to even communicate. That's a good thing, you know? And I don't see Larry Page, I don't see any of these other fucking posers just even trying to do the same thing, you know? They just don't. They just like to advertise Farm Bill, Clash of Titans, the Met Gala, and Shane Dawson. And I think it's just pathetic. And it's just like, it just shows how direct the influence of this yapping faggot idiots uh, is effective, and how poisonous it is. You know, listen, I might be brown. I don't care, like bitch. I don't care about the people that go like, don't say that about like I am brown. I'm from here. I'm from Mexico. I don't have a U.S. visa. But like, bitch, I am right, and bitch, I'm willing to go to Ukraine, the Ukraine military, and you know, like, be of service to the actual defenders of freedom. You know, like younger people, younger women than me are dying, have already died in Ukraine. So I can just like bitch in here. I'm the bitch. You know, I'm the bitch in that situation. I'm the bitchiest bitch in that situation, and not in the good sense. You know, that's just like cowardice. That's shameful. So yeah, I'm just waiting for my approval letter. I don't give a shit, and I don't give a shit because why? Because well, I should actually stop saying like things about Ukraine or not. Maybe I just won't because I just think it's shameful of my country to that they. I know that that I've already said that before, but they've just sent 100 people, and Colombia have sent 7,000. That's just. I mean, it just explains how. It just directly explains why Mexico is such an shameful and pathetic and just miserable uh, failed state. You know, I love that I just transform into a 60-year-old like lunatic, but I've always been like that. Um, but I'm not 60. You know, I can enlist. If I were 60, I couldn't have it enlisted. You know, because it's 18 to 60 the age window to apply. Let's say. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the live streaming here. I'm just setting a record for like bunch of English speaking audience to just come in and just chill. Um, Listen, I think I have talent in radio, like hosting. Okay, like I can just yap and like I don't know, like make it interesting or whatever. I cannot do it all the time. It's just like a tank. I just have to like I don't know. I have to manage it. I don't know. It's just like verbal linguistic skills or whatever. But yeah, I mean that'd be all for today. Yeah. Yeah. Enlist. Don't be a bitch. Fight Russia. The world's like Stalingrad, the Battle of Stalingrad, like part two. And maybe it'll forever be so until Russia's done. Like I'm not even kidding. Um, Fuck it. I mean, I heard like that like a guy say like in a documentary called Summertime in Ukraine say like dead Russian like that his grandfather used to say dead Russian, a better Russian. So and he said like and I'm just like starting to get that. And I'm starting to get that as well. Hello gummy bear. Hola gominola. Sup toxina. So yeah, it's just crazy. Maybe not a lot of people, but maybe some people will be like confused that I'm speaking English. I don't care because fuck this like Spanish mess or whatever. Let's just colonize. Let's just give like the Indies to the Inds, Lein to the English. I mean, we have Belize next to Mexico, and that's from the British. Like that's British territory, and that's next to Mexico. We could just annex all Mexico, either to the U.S. or to the British. But they'd be like, "Why? We don't want you. We just don't want you." So in that case, my proposition, my proposal would be useless. And that would mean I would just have to go and fight as a good soldier in Ukraine, which I'm gonna be the greatest soldier ever till I earn my fucking like mm, place at the table to just like go and say like to for them to give me the authority to just like recommend to take all Russia, you know? I know that my English is like a very broken one, but I don't care. My biggest dream is just to conquer all Russia, like all of it. I think it's just lost in the sauce. They just got lost in the sauce. They've been lost in the sauce for like 200 years. It could be more. Um, barely starting to like barely starting to read Russian history, but fuck them because they like to invade Latin America along with its allies, make it a fucking drug paradise, but like the bad drugs, and just destabilize it as fuck. Like it's not even cute, okay? It's not even funny. Like I hate them. I hate the corrido singers that have enabled them. You know, I it's a very personal like issue. So I was just like, well, it's kind of useless for me to try to do anything in here because I'll get killed. Or like, I'll just start a guerrilla, but not a war, you know? Because people in here, like, another reason that I started speak English is because actually, like, Mexican army soldiers started to, like, ride on my live streams to comment in here, and like if you just like go like a couple of live streams like previously and just translate it like all of it to English, they just start to comment like, I'm from the Mexican army, and like you just need therapy, like you just what did he say? Oh, there's already a war in your country, man. Like why would you even like go to Ukraine for? Why would you even go to Ukraine for? And I was like, the fucking YouTube website or whatever didn't let me respond to him because I was like, bitch, like we all know that you guys are rigged, like you are the actual like narcos. You guys are the Russian military. You suck. You have like arsenal from 2006. You just suck. And they're from the south. They're from southern Mexico. They're really short. They're really short people, like physically short. Uh, and I'm not trying to be racist, but they are aggressive. Like they like to just do things. Like even without this administration, my mom was robbed by a couple of women from like Michoacan, like when she had a candy store. Um, I hate them. I really hate them. Like I cannot even just like I hate them as much as a uh, German soldier would hate a Russian soldier. Like I hate him. Like or like as an Egyptian would hate a Hyksos invader, like to the gut. And yeah, I mean, I read something on a book like saying like no, I heard I think I heard a YouTuber, like a Ukraine like news reporter, independent reporter, like a Ukrainian YouTuber, say like, well, killing a Russian is like 20, like killing 20 idiots from here. No, I don't think it was him. Maybe it was. I just concluded that, but yeah, I just think that I think maybe if I just focus on the real world, you know, the real war that is happening on Ukraine, because I know a bit of like what caused it. It's a almost a biblical, pre-biblical war, but on 2014 they stepped on Ukrainian soil and uh, shit just hit the fan. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just said, okay, so if I just focus on like killing Russians, I would be killing like If I just kill one Russian, I'd be killing like 20 corrido singers, you know. So they like to provoke me a lot. They just because they're just like dumb, desperate, and needy, you know. And ever since I said that I've enlisted, oh, like they've been just noisy because that's all that they can be, you know. When the Spaniards came here and conquered Tenochtitlan, um, one thing that they wrote, Bernal Diaz del Castillo wrote, which was a soldier from Cortes, in the true history of uh, New Spain, New Spain, he wrote they were noisy. They were really noisy, but that didn't stop us from uh, massacring, massacring them, which they did. So I just think it's just the same. It's just a feature. I am noisy as well, you know, but I just want to be aligned with like being good, you know, and yeah, with the right side, with the right side in the war. Yeah, because like fucking Russia, you know, yikes, and all of its disgusting allies. So there we go. I think we had such an interesting conversation. You know, if you guys can tell me, what the fuck is this? I would appreciate it. I don't know what is this. It just shines. Oh, here it is. Here you can appreciate how shiny it is. I just picked it from the floor. Maybe it has fucking AIDS in it. I don't know. But I just thought it was kind of cute. And yeah, that's it. Bye bye. Have a great Sunday or whatever. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would just no. That's it. Yeah. I was going to promote my ugly ass tour, but Latin America is just like, well, a lot of soldiers have died in Ukraine, but fuck it, Latin America just sucks. Okay, like it just does. It just fucking does. I actually haven't stepped on in any South American soil, but well, Mexico's like a South America basically. Is South America. Whatever. Have a great day. Like honestly, just enlist and smoke a lot of weed, and then stop smoking because eventually you're gonna stop. You're gonna have to stop. I miss those days. I mean, whenever I'm just like training, like if I get my approval letter, I'm just happy, you know, because I don't have to like maybe I'm just gonna be happier being a soldier because I don't have to think about a lot of stuff either than just like Ukrainian news updates, like reading like my stuff, you know, like my whatever, and actually doing the physical work and just being in shape. I like that. I think I just it kind of disappeared. That kind of work just disappeared somewhere along the 21st century, or it kind of disappeared for me because I've been just lazy, this lazy ass dude my whole life, you know, trying to just make the next musical hit or make next shitty ass Spanish speaking musical hit that eventually it's gonna be called communist because everyone's just racist in here, and not even like not even like Ukrainian racist, but Russian racist. You know what I'm saying? Like even like worst because they're just like military Russian allies. So I was kind of done. So let's just enlist. Let's just all enlist. If you don't, if you don't want to enlist, I get it. I'm not judging you, but I think it's a pretty fuck it. Do it. Don't be a bitch. Do it. There are women. There are women dying for you. The fuck you're gonna say to her? Younger than us. And they've already died, you know? And the news isn't covering it. At least in Mexico. They just don't give a shit. and it's proactively. It's a proactive negligence. I think it's just it screams of importance. So it's not activism. It's just like fucking enlist. Listen, I haven't stepped soil in Ukraine. I'm actually fucking terrified. But if I get there, But I'm also excited. Like I'm also pumped, because I get to kill Russians for a living. Like if I just like pew, like just hit them, I get paid. And I've missed that. Like I've won that. I've tried to do a bunch of stuff, and Mexico is just like I think honestly, guys, I think Mexico needs to be like burned down. Like not even kidding. Like I think it's just like it's done. Like Colombia has a lot more hope and potential in it. 7,000 Colombian soldiers, that speaks of nationalism, that speaks of philosophy, that speaks of smart men in there. Here, the 100 volunteers to Ukraine, and you go out and people are just like this rude, uh, communist, comforted people. They just depend on the government, and it's just so whack and dirty. And they proactively don't care, and they proactively recommend people to not fight in Ukraine. It's just brainwash. So when millions of people, hundreds of thousands of tens of tens of millions of people are brainwashed like that, I think fire, like high temperature fire, it's just the only option. It's just burn the fuck down everything and everyone in it, and just start again. Honestly, I think like long term, that's the greatest strategy. But I don't have a say. I don't get to have a say in any table. That's just like my recommendation. And you know what? History will support me. Just like do all the research you want. I think you're just gonna end up like on the same conclusion as me. So I believe I just got to fucking escape. Bro, fuck my family. Like just burn it. Burn it the fuck down. I want to escape to Ukraine, fight for Ukraine. I'm learning Ukrainian. Britsi. Uh, is it Britsi? Whatever. I have to practice it. Practice it. Yeah, and that's it. Oh, and not ever come back. Just like the Katniss for from the Hunger Games, uh, like fucking experience or whatever. I just want one day to just fucking wake up and somebody tell me like, Mexico's gone, and just me like just helping to win the Arctic War in Ukraine, and being like relieved, you know. Yeah, like I'm as desperate as a North Korean citizen, honestly. Like just burn it the fuck down. Bye bye, you guys. I know that I have internet, like access to internet, but people are brainwashed in here. Like it's either we do something about it or Mexico's just fucking gone for good, you know? We- But like, I know you English people like and gringos don't give a shit about it, but when like they do pose a threat to the U.S. like security because like they're just dirty, especially from California and Miami. Just like where I'm from, where I was born, people are like people are way more orthodox than me, but like sometimes they fuck shit up by trusting the wrong people. So like new political parties in Mexico that call themselves like right wingers, but they're just like left winger sympathizers that eventually will be a like that eventually be leftists, and that's it. Like Russian racists, sort of leaners, you know, the type of people that say, okay, if I'm racist, I work for Ukraine, but that's bullshit because both Ukrainians and Russians can be racists, you know. They just believe that if you're Russian, you cannot be like a Nazi, you know, or like an eugenics theory believer, you know, like a manifest destiny believer. I think it's pretty important information. Why? Because, well, I think it's just fucking obvious, but also because Russia, and I'm just gonna finish the live stream like with that, but I'm sorry, I just yap a lot. One thing that Russia loves to do is just to rewrite the past. Like I've been reading about that. Um, they just rewrite the past, and they cite a George Orwell quote that says like if you control whoever controls, I'm just gonna fucking look it up. Orwell code on past, present, and future. Yes. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. So imagine just being a Russian and just like watching how constantly they just rewrite the past and rewrite the past to just fit a certain narrative to the SARS, the present SARS politics, you know? Yeah. Uh, but whatever. Have a great day, son. Have a great day, you guys. Have a great day. Have a great Sunday. I'm sorry. Um, yeah. I hope Ukraine approves me, and yeah, I'm just waiting for that. Maybe I'll get to do a bit of vlogging in Puebla because I'll get to play in there. So in this week, I'll get to show you a bit of southern Mexico, which is a territory that you guys need to fucking recover because they're just lost in the on the leftist state. Um, Leadership or governmentship is not a fucking word, but or just government politics, there we go. So yeah, but it's actually beautiful, and you guys have hope, like human progress, it's fucking possible. I love Ayn Rand, she believed in that. And the fix, how do we fix that? It's just voting for the right wing party that it's called PRI in here. Um, we have elections. We have like state elections for a lot of states on 2027, June 2027. So we just have to fucking hold a year and a half. A lot of people in the north, in northern Mexico, are saying that what if we just stop this term? What if we just interrupt them and don't even like let them finish it? Because this is like, why would we even respect their so-called sovereignty when they're just like Russians? You know, what are we talking about? I'm sorry. I went all over the place. Basically war, not war, but I'm just no, no. I was just talking about Russian history, but that's just boring. I was talking about how I'm going to vlog on a bit of southern Mexico on this week, and because like I'm gonna play on a concert, but like I'm not interested in promoting my music career because I'm just like trying to not trying. I'm just like I just started speaking English in like a live stream because I just concluded that everyone who speaks Spanish is a fucking idiot. So I'm just like now I'm just yapping a lot in English, like on my channel. I know that not everyone who speaks Spanish is a fucking idiot, blah, 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 but like kind of like I do think that. I just think, listen, replay the whole fucking live stream. I've just, like I've already covered a lot of stuff. I'm tired. So I'm just gonna go smoke the fuck out of this joint and possibly even more. And at this whole bag of Doritos that I didn't even open. Did you know that Doritos, the Mexican Doritos, are different than the gringo Doritos? Listen, Mexico sucks. And I already told you that you guys should fucking burn this place to the ground. Not me in it, because I'm just gonna go to Ukraine. I'm just gonna give you the signal when I when I get to Ukraine. But I wish that we have the blue Doritos in here. With that, I have finished what I have to say. What I have to say today. So yeah, have a great day.